Hey everybody, welcome in. Wheelchair girl, thank you for being here. Yay, it's so good to see you. I have not had the opportunity to put anything in my stomach, so I've got some fresh watermelon here and I am having some yogurt and water. It is really hot. And thank you for being here. I am going to go ahead and just kind of wait for some extra people to come in before I get going. And it's so nice to see you. Thank you so much for being here. We have gotten so... Hey, Karen, welcome in. Thank you so much for joining me. It's been a while. We're going to do a little life update, what I've been doing, what's been going on. It's been so hot here in the Piedmont, which is in Virginia. That is why my channel, I live in the Piedmont, and this is my life. So yeah, it is so hot. I have, I'm sorry, my sister's responding to what I sent. So if you're just coming in, is there any way you can just give a share out on this onto your community tab? Maybe give it a thumbs up, this video. Help me reach a wider audience. I'd appreciate that. Thank you so much. Hey, Tell Us Treasures, welcome in. Glad you could make it. We're going to keep this really simple and fun today. Go for about an hour. And then I'm going to relax because it's so hot. I might spend an hour or so out at the pool just before church tonight. So, hey, Bella's Whispers Farm, welcome in. I started just a couple minutes early because what do you do, right? When you're just sitting here, you're just like, yeah, let's just go on. Let's take a moment. We have some new friends in here today. Will's Wheelchair Girl. She is new to my channel. I met her today. So please make friends with each other, support each other. That'd be awesome if you could do that. That's what we're here to do, help and support each other and just encourage one another. So yeah, my friend from Texas is calling me right now and I just can't answer the phone because I'm on a live with you. So I have nice cold watermelon and I have some great yogurt and I am just so happy to be eating something I haven't eaten. So I'll get started just a little bit before. So maybe you haven't noticed, I haven't been on a live, I haven't posted anything, and there's a couple of reasons why. I'm going to let my friend know that if she wants to go onto YouTube, she can come to YouTube and come and talk to me because I can't answer the phone. Let me just let her know. All right. There we go. Hey, wow, I ducked down for just a second and look at everybody. Hey, Jaden and P&J's Adventures, welcome in. Long time no see. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Does it bother you if I have a piece of watermelon while we're on the chat? Paula, this is going out to you. I finally got your prize that you won from me in the envelope. I got my other stuff I need to send out. I want to go to the post office all at one time. So it'll be in your home before you know it. I did a random giveaway one day and P&J was the lucky winner of handmade, one of those cute little fabric with like lace around it. It goes over the top of a mason jar. You can use it if you're fermenting your sourdough or maybe you're doing a gift, in a mason jar. You can actually add that as a gift. It would be really cute. No, thank you. And thank you for your patience. I'm a really bad procrastinator when it comes to mailing stuff. Trust me. I have something else here that I need to mail out, and it needs to go to California. Actually, I have two things that need to go to California, and I just haven't done it yet. So yeah. So that's one of the things that I'm just procrastinating on. So anyhow, so let me get back to what I was talking about. Hey, Chuckster. Chuckster's another new person. Nice to meet you, Chuckster. He's another new friend. And I have, I'm going to, first of all, let me start out with, it feels good to be back. I'm trying to get into a rhythm of things. And yeah, just trying to get caught up on things. Because but I will have to tell you, I did enjoy the break that I took from social media, at least on YouTube, doing lives, making videos, and doing all that stuff. So before I get started, I have two channels I want to give a shout out. And Chuckster, if I'm not mistaken, you don't have a channel, but you support. So, and if you do, please forgive me if I forgot that. But I thought you said you really just don't have a channel. You're just your person. But guys, Chuckster's a really great person. I've met him today, first time meeting this person. Really great. So my first shout out is Will's Wheelchair Girl. Go check out her channel. She is a very small channel, and she is handicapped. She is in a wheelchair, but she lives her life, and she is wonderful, wonderful, wonderful person. And she is here today. So go show her some love on her channel. And if one of the moderators out there could go find Will's Wheelchair Girl, can you go grab her link and post it for everybody? And so you can connect with everybody. And let's see. Oh, and then here's another one. It's called Real Life Happens. And hey, Canadian Family Life, welcome in. Glad to see you. Real Life Happens is another channel. It is about real life. It's about Bible scripture. And encouraging. So go check out Real Life Happens. And here's another new friend, Earth Plants. Thank you so much for being here. I've enjoyed your comments. Thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate that. So if we can find Will's Chair Girls link and Real Life Happens, if you can go out and get those and post it, that would be great. Another reminder too, if you're in here, if you can give a thumbs up, maybe share out, it helps me out, and I really appreciate it. Hey, Adrian, Indiana Backyard Gardener, welcome in. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Oh, hey, Heather, you popped in. I didn't even see you pop in. Welcome in, Heather. So I just gave some shout outs for you who just are popping in. We have Will's Wheelchair Girl and Real Life Happens. They are some really great channels. Go show them some love, connect with them. Really nice people that I've connected with. So yeah. So what has been going on with me and where have I been? So I can't remember the last time I did a live, probably about a week or so ago, if not longer. So last week I volunteered at my church. We had VBS. And I volunteered there, and I was in charge of basically hospitality, snacks, and stuff like that. The funny thing is that in our committee, the leader goes, they were asking to do breakfast for the volunteers, and I said, easy breezy, I'll take care of that, right? So a week prior to VBS starting, I had already known in my mind like what I was going to be making for the volunteers. I reached out to the one gal who was in charge of it, and I said, hey, how many volunteers are there? I need to know because I'm doing breakfast. And she replied with 76 volunteers. I was like, what? Oh my. So yes, I had to make breakfast for 76 volunteers for Monday of last week when we started VBS. So I was really thankful that I was heading up to PA, right? Because where do you go when you need inexpensive, great produce? I go up to Amish country, go see my friends. And I was able to pick up a ton of watermelon for our breakfast, and also for the dinner we will serve. So I'll get to that in a second, Adrian. I'll let you know. And then I went and got like all the farm fresh eggs, and did I say cantaloupe and watermelon? And I bought the cheese, and what else? We did water and the coffee at the church and all that. So my other friend at church, Stephanie, she says, I'll help you with it. I said, great. And I was like, fine. Oh, and I did like 2 French toast casseroles. I did one blueberry over the night stuffed. It's called overnight stuffed blueberry French toast casserole, and just a plain French toast casserole that you actually bake in the oven. You make it the day before, and it just takes off a lot of stress when you're feeding a large group. And we did some, which is veggies with no dairy, no cheese in there, and the other ones, so we did sausages and potatoes. We did casseroles. And so we just had eight different types of casseroles, along with wonderful watermelon and cantaloupe, all diced up with some grapes. So I started on Sunday after church, and we went ahead, and I got home from church at about 5 o'clock on Sunday. Got all the casseroles prepped, which was the biggest thing, right? Grating cheese, putting everything together, wrapping it up, all the fruit diced. So on Monday morning, I could just get up bright and early and head down to the church and have everything baked and cooked and set up for everybody to come eat at like 8 o'clock, 8:15. So needless to say, I was up very early on Monday morning. It was fabulous. Like this is one of my gifts where I'm so thankful. Like the Lord has given me this as a gift. I like it. I thrive on it. If anybody else is like that, then you'll totally know. Like I love feeding people. I love bringing people together through food. And I think it's really important to do that because so many memories are made, right? Sharing meal, right? We break bread together. And I don't know what time it was. The other girl, Stephanie, was helping me. And then I had a couple more people come in like, what can I do? What can I do? And I was just like, oh my gosh, what a blessing, right? God sent these people to me to help me in the kitchen. I didn't ask anybody. I really didn't have a committee because, well, I was like, Steph, we can handle it. 2 of us can handle it. No big deal. But prepping the day before was a big, huge help too. So it was okay. Anyhow, so it all went off without a hitch. I think the people were not expecting. Oh, and we made pancakes too. So we did pancakes on top of it. Welcome in, 49 and more. Good to see you. I just was watching you. Was it you're preserving something with your food? What's the thing? The shrink thing? Guys, come on, help me out. You put it in and it vacuum seals. Yes, vacuum seals. That video. That was very cool. I have one of those. I can't wait to get mine out and start using it more. Yeah. Just one more time. Can you give me a thumbs up? Can you share out to your community page or whatever? So anyhow, Adrian, back to what you were saying. So the question was, did you have to pay for this? So the answer is no, but I did pay for it up front, and I have receipts, but I thought, I wanted to do it. Both my husband wanted to be able to give this offering, right? So yes, they would pay for it, but it's not something I want to be reimbursed for, both my husband and I, right? I don't, yeah. What's the scripture about when you give, giving in secret and don't tell? So yeah, I'm not gonna, so there's there. So that's that. Hey, Jennifer Ocean Homestead, welcome in. So then I offered to help with, so when VBS runs we do Monday through Thursday, and come Thursday. So let me back up a minute. So breakfast was laid out every day of the week, although I did not have to cook it every day of the week. I did cut up the fruit because I had enough fruit. So I made sure there was always fruit. And then there was like the Costco muffins and stuff. And I was sitting there going, that's just a lot of carbs, right? And I'm all about, we need to give our kids protein and the workers protein because they are working with kids. They are outside. It's hot. It's humid. They need something to sustain them. PBS. Even though there's snacks, all the volunteers, there was snacks laid out the whole entire day to come down and get. It was really great the way that we did it. So I ended up doing a whole bunch of scrambled eggs, 2 days to add with the muffins. Excuse me. With the muffins, and if there were leftovers, we wrapped it up and I would pull it out the next morning and heat those all up nice for the people to add, to their muffins for those who wanted it. And they were very appreciative, and it made my heart happy to see people enjoy the food. And Adrian, you probably can relate to this, that you cooked, right? So this was a very big year at VBS for us this year. We had 107 children enrolled, which is very big. Our congregation keeps growing. We are a fabulous church that I just love the fact that we're there. And after Monday, the rest of the days, the numbers were 87 attending every single day. That's a lot of kids. But on Thursdays, everybody is welcome back Thursday evening, and they do a big slideshow presentation, and the kids, they get to get up there and like sing and do the dance that they learned. And it was about God's truth never changes and how God is our rock, mimicking like the beach and the rock out in the ocean, which is literally in Morro Bay, California. So I volunteered to help with the supper, and that included dicing up. We had 11 watermelon to dice up for that night. And we ended up grilling out hot dogs, chicken, cucumber salad, a regular garden salad, a brownies, caprese salad with the tomatoes, basil, and all that. And we did lemonade, tea, and water. Guys, we ended up serving, and this is a blessing. So when I say this is a blessing because a lot of the people, a good chunk of them were from our church, but there was so many of them that were not, and that they all came back, that we got to interact with, we got to talk with, but we got to feed 204 people that showed up that night. Do you know how awesome that was? It was fabulous, and it was so great to see. Everybody loved it. And it was time to clean up, and I literally got told to go home. I got kicked out of the kitchen, and I was like, go home. I did not object, and I loved every minute. I'm like, thank you. I will go home. I'm not going to argue with you. So that's where I was last week. Had no time for YouTube or anything else. Was pretty much tired every day. Yeah. And then we had like a family reunion. My husband's godparents, they just celebrated 65 years of wedding bliss. So we went down to the shore of Maryland, and I was fine that day. I do the farmer's market on Saturdays, and I bake my donuts and my hot pretzels, and I was fine. But on the way down to the shore, I started kind of not feeling well and getting really nauseous. And my friend goes, hey, how are you feeling? I'm like, I'm fine. Like there was just really nothing, just a little nauseous. And that could have just been from the car ride. Well, turns out there was a lot of people got the flu bug. And it hit me Saturday. I literally, once we got down there, I stayed in my vehicle. Hey, Jaden, welcome in. I stayed in my vehicle. I literally slept with the seat reclined. My poor husband, I just had to let him be. And we at about 5:15, I said, I gotta go home. I can't do this anymore. So today's my first day really that I feel myself. I was off Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Today's Wednesday. Yeah, and today I'm so much better. I'm back to myself. So that's where I've been. That's what I've been doing. And I'm thankful to be feeling better because I don't like being like off my. Oh, that's strange, Jaden. That's really strange. So anyhow, so I am back and I'm getting back into the swing of things. And I have so much going on. But there are a couple of people that I know had commented, and I just wanted to say thank you for your support. And me too, Paula, let me tell you. But I was thankful that I wasn't like all the other people with all their symptoms. I was really just extremely nauseated and a headache and just fatigued. Like I just, yeah. So I'm so glad I'm better. And a lot of it could have come from just, the go, go, go. On Monday, I was up early. Like I'm always up early, but I'm not up that early, like go, go, go. I get to sit and kind of relax. But last week was not that. I didn't have that choice, right? I had to get up early. I was down there. I was cooking. I was working. But it's all good. So anyhow, I want to thank everybody who has appreciated my Asian inspired videos. I'm so glad that you guys have liked those. I was supposed to do my third video last week and I have not done it. Yeah, you know what, Jaden? YouTube does that a lot of glitches. I've noticed that lately. But those Asian inspired meals were so much fun to make. It got me really out of my comfort zone. Not that I dislike Asian food, I do, but I'm not like great at cooking it, right? I have to have a recipe, and it's not like I can ever make it like the way the restaurant is, right? But that's fine. That's fine. Thank you, Jennifer. But it was so much fun because I got to use different ingredients that I wouldn't necessarily have in my pantry. And I found some extra recipes that my family loved that I can put in rotation and use ground turkey with instead of beef, right? So I have more options now. We don't eat a lot of pork here, basically for breakfast. I'll be honest with you. It's either bacon or sausage in the morning for breakfast. Oh, thank you, Adrian. I really appreciate that very much. It was a lot of fun. I really, really did it. And I don't know, it was just something went off in my brain. I'm like, I'm going to do that. Because like I said in the video, like we all get in a rut, right? And if you use ground turkey, there's a texture thing about using ground turkey that isn't the best. Like the hamburger is fine, but in anything else that you try to make, it just doesn't taste right. So I thought, you know what? We're going to have to try this in Asian food. And so I'm going to try and get one more video done using my ground turkey. Maybe this week I can get it done. If I can film everything and edit it and get it all up in one day, maybe I can do it. Yeah, same. Yeah, exactly. Actually, the Asian meatballs were my favorite, but I have another Asian meatball recipe, and I'm like, well, I can't do 2 meatball recipes because I've already done one. So I was trying to pick 3 specifically different recipes to cook to give other people options. But that other recipe, I really want to try myself, and I'm sure it's going to be good. If my family liked the first 2, I know they're going to like the other ones. So I just want to thank you on that. And yeah, I'm looking for different recipes. If you guys have any suggestions or anything that you want to see and you're not sure about cooking, let me know. I'm always up for trying new things. And what I liked about it is that it did spark my creativity. It did open the palate a little bit. And hey, you guys, who can relate when your husband says he likes it? It's a keeper, right? And it's a healthier keeper. So that's I'm gonna keep making it. It's been a couple weeks now. I may put it on my rotation for next week to have, for dinner one night, the meatballs. It was so easy to make. It took no time at all. If I wasn't filming, it probably would have taken me less time, but that's okay. But so that's what I have been up to. Oh, wait, more news on the homestead. I had a chicken who hatched some eggs. Sadly, out of those, she's ignored the rest of the eggs, so they've all died, which is sad. One she cracked open. The baby wasn't even developed. It was so sad. And if you don't know, chickens tend to eat the babies, right? I lost one this week. It had like prolapsed vent or something. It didn't close properly. So that was really sad. But the good news is God is good. And I have 4 lovely little chickies running around. And they're doing good. And she's doing good. She is a good mom. She's very protective over her babies. But I think she just got, let's face it, if we had to sit there all that time for 20 some odd days to hatch something, wouldn't you get tired of sitting there and you needed to get out? Yeah, she's doing really good right now. Adrian, to be honest with you, I think she got really overwhelmed. And I was trying to let her share another coop with another chicken that I had separated. And that really wasn't a good option for me. I was really hoping that they would get along, but that wasn't the case. And I think that's what caused her to reject some of the eggs. But I also know that chickens, all animals, have good instinct on their own animal, right? Whether or not it's going to be okay or if there's something wrong with it. But she's taken these 4 completely underneath her wing. She's very protective. If I go in there to just, because I want to hold one, they're babies, she pecks at me, which is fine. They were getting out, and my son and I are going to secure and put a better door on it today. But there was a gap, and the little ones were falling out. And I was like, and I came out one day, and all I hear is this beep, 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 chirp, chirp, chirp all over. And I'm like, oh my gosh, how did they get out? And that was hard. That was really, really hard to capture those little stinkers. But the mom, she was having a fit inside. And I knew she was like scratching really hard, trying to like dig her way out. And when I opened the door up, she came flying out really fast. One of the ones got into the backside of my coop area, which nothing's there anymore. And I started freaking out because I know for a fact that there was a black snake that went over there into that area. And I had the door sealed off. So you really can open the door to get in there. And it kept trying, and the mom was trying to get it. And I was like, oh my gosh, the baby, that snake's over there. I was like in tears. And I hollered for my husband. And I'm like, bring me a shovel. And I'm digging. I'm sweating. It's disgusting. And I'm in there digging the door so I can get it in there. And I got it open enough for me to squeeze through. And then I'm like, okay, I have to be really gentle because I don't want this thing running further into that area. And it let me pick it up. And I brought it out and saved it and gave it back to its mama. And she was really happy to have that baby. But I am just, I said, I don't know. I haven't posted a video yet. Today I just took a new video, and I don't know. Let's see. I'll try and show you here if you can see that. You might not be able to. That's the mama, and her little babies are all around her. And there's 4 of them, and they're healthy and thriving and just really happy. So I do believe, whether it's the same one or not, I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know. No, the one that I had with her, that's another story. She's the one who had Rhineck, and the rooster was just pouncing her all the time, and I had to separate them. I had to give her, I was giving her like her minerals and her vitamins every single day. Like it seems like I've spent my life out in the chicken coop lately. It's like I might as well just pitch a tent here and sleep with the chickens. Thank you, Adrian. Thank you. They are a Barred, am I saying that right? Barred Plymouth Rock. I don't know the rooster. All I know is that he has like French in him. So it's one of the reasons why I named Gaston. But Gaston right now is not my favorite rooster. He needs to leave the girls alone. But just means I really need to go get more girls, so he has more of a selection of girls to dance with, if that makes sense to any of you chicken people out there. Thank you, Jennifer. I appreciate it. So yeah, so that's what I've been up to. I'm out there. I go out 3 times a day. I check in the morning when I get up, and then I go out in the afternoon. I give them anywhere between 2.5 to 3 hours. Then I check, and I give them. No, I don't know, Heather. I don't know. I don't remember the name. I'll see if I can find it and share it. And then I go out before noon, and by that time, all their food's gone. And their water needs to be refilled. I have the feeders for them, but the mama just knocks that thing over. So that doesn't help me. So I'm just putting the feed in there. And then I'll go out again in the evening time and give them some dinner to make sure they have water, and then go back out again. So 4 times a day, I'm out there with the babies. And I tuck them in for the night. I make sure they have just a little bit of extra food for the night and some water. So in the morning, when they awake before me, of course, they can start eating and having that water before I can even get out there in the morning. So there's no issues with that. But that's okay. That's the responsibility that you take when, I'm a small homestead, guys. I got some of our food. I garden. I have my chickens that produces our eggs. But it's when I think about, like, even on Saturday when I had to leave, I was very concerned about leaving all those chicks. I mean, my son's very good at keeping track of them, and he does help them, but it's still one of those things where you don't get to leave very often and go away all night, But I'm thankful we do have a son that lives with us that is very helpful. He's a blessing to my husband and I. Let me catch up here on the chat. I'm not sure. Let me go back. So thank you. So yeah, P&J, yeah. I think the mom hen actually didn't like having, the question was maybe one of the other chickens attacked it. The one that I have, she's a very passive chicken. She's the one who got pecked on and all the time. So for her to do that, it was probably the mama who went after her, because when that one morning when I went in to go let them out, especially her, she was on her side doing her neck spinning again, which I've talked about before. So I knew that she was actually stressed. She was in a stressful situation. And I said, she's got to be removed. I can't keep her in here because the mom's going to hurt her. And so what I did that night, I waited till dark until the rest of the flock was asleep, and I put her back in with the other flock that she was originally with. And it's been okay for her, not too aggressive. But I did notice yesterday she wasn't really coming out of the coop. So she got to stay in there and she got to eat and drink and have her watermelon while everybody else was out in the heat, right? So she gets a little more spoiled. But I think what I love about that now is that I named her Goldie because she's so gold. She now knows, of course, who I am. And she knows when I approach her that she doesn't need to be stressed. She knows I'm there to like help her to be calm and everything like that. So a lot of times, like when I go to pick her up, and if she is stressed, I put my hand like on her one side of her neck so it can't flip around. And then she realizes who I am. And I just talk really soft to her and she just calms down. Hey, Susan, welcome into the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch. I appreciate you being here. So yeah. And what else? Yeah, she's really sweet. I love chickens. Like I just love my chickens. So, Susan, I saw a rooster in the beginning of one of your videos, and it very much reminds me of my Gaston. They're a French breed. Do you know what kind that would be? I don't know if I can find it. The lady who I got him from told me at one time, and I don't know if I can find it. I did look it up at one time, and I just thought, because when I first saw this guy, I was like, oh my gosh, he is just absolutely beautiful. He needs to come here. And sure enough, so that would have been back in November I got him. I'm trying to remember when I got him, and it was back in November. It was during the holidays. I picked him up. October, November. Let me see if I can find, and I don't remember the lady's name. I just don't. Sorry, guys. No, I don't know where it is. No. He's just, he has like real feathered. Let me see. I'll just type in French rooster. God knows what it will give me, right? Oh no. That's not it. So, and maybe he's just called a French rooster, but he's very feathery. Don't search French rooster again, guys. Don't go do that. I'm not sure what these statues are that I'm not going to, but I'll show you. Similar to that, but has more feathers on his feet and just bigger, but similar to that. And this is called a proud French rooster in blue and white. So he is a very handsome person, or not person, rooster. But he does need a few more ladies out there. He doesn't have enough to choose from. Yeah, that's what Heather said. It's not a Moran, no. So, hey, Blackberry Rock Homestead, welcome in. Thank you for all being here. I appreciate it. There was something I wanted to go over too with everybody. So, oh yes, that was it. I know there's a bunch of people, including myself, and I know Heather does too, need watch hours. Is there anybody in here that needs watch hours for their channel that they're trying to get monetized? Can you just let me know in the comments if you need watch hours? Because I could write them down, and I have before. Okay, so Adrian at Indiana Backyard Gardener does. It looks like it's getting dark outside, and my plan was after this to go to the pool. Okay, so guys, well, here's what I'm thinking. Tell me if you're interested in doing this. I was thinking of getting together a watch hour group, include everybody in like an email, like here we all are. Here's who needs watch hours, and then maybe pair up people each week to just like, hey, you're gonna run this channel, or I'm gonna run that channel. Let me know if that's something that you want to do, or if you're interested in. I will, you can email me right here at this if it's something that you want to do. TinaLoveless45@gmail.com. And then if it is, and if I get enough people, you know, and enough people, it can be 4, it can be 6. It doesn't matter. Well, Adrian, my pool is from, I'm proud to say, at Walmart. I love my above ground pool from Walmart. This is the 4th year having it, and it does me a world of good to be able to go out there and just wash the day away, in a sense. You know what I mean? Thank you very much, Susan. I appreciate it. So, Indiana, I'll run you again, Adrian. I don't think you can run. I think it has to be like every 45 days where you can run a channel. I'm not sure. And then Blackberry Rock Homestead, I'm going to put you on my rotation. Heather, do you still need hours? Let me know. P&J, you need hours, correct? And then yeah. Oh my gosh, Heather, I hear you. You know, those ladders they come with, they're pretty shaky, and I just take it one step at a time. Hey, Adrian, can you just like, how do you clean your watch history? Is there an area that you go into and clear it out? I have never done that. That's why. So if there's a specific way to clear out your watch history, I've never done that. Yep. So I've got Indiana Gardener, Blackberry Rock Homestead, P&J and Ventures, Milk and Honey Heritage Farms, Hey, Rob's Allotment Gardening. I have you on my to watch later list. Rob is out in the UK. He's been coming to our lives for quite a while now. It's good to have him. Okay, so I'm going to try and do it on my phone. So, and then I can try and walk through it. I'm going to go into my phone right now. And I'm going to go to watch. I'll probably have to, it's probably easier to do it off my phone or off my laptop, I should say. I have to go to the studio. No, just discard. Sometimes. Yeah, I think I'm going to do this on my laptop. It may be easier to get to versus my phones. You know, sometimes how your phones are just different. settings. Okay. What else did you, if you do it, hold on. If you do it on the phone, use the three dots up in the corner top. Or yeah, I'm under my settings. I'm just not seeing like how to clear it. I'll do it on my laptop. I don't see history on mine. I'll do it on my laptop. I'll probably see a lot more. Hey, Dee's Garden Adventure. Thanks for coming in. So how is everybody's garden doing? Oh, Adrian, I am so sorry about your garden. I felt your pain that day. I just watched your video and you did another tour, and that green worm, I can't think of the name of it. That thing was pretty nasty. He didn't want to come off your tomato plant. And it looked like he was trying to bite you at the same time. I was like, oh my gosh, Adrian, go get a glove. And you're like, yes. You're like, I think I better get a glove. If they had, yeah, I know. You guys have to go watch Adrian's video. She comes home. She was gone maybe 2 or 3 days, and like her tomato plant, like everything was just kind of eaten off of it. And she found the hornworm. And if you don't know what a hornworm is, it's these green worms that just, you don't even know they're there. And it was literally chewing and eating the tomato. And she went to pull it off, and the thing wouldn't come off. This thing, for a worm, this thing was vicious. And I was just like, oh my gosh. And when she picked that thing up, the mouth was doing this at her. And I'm like, oh my gosh, it looked like it was trying to chew her glove. And I'm like, get rid of that thing. I know, it was so funny. But I have to tell you, the first time I encountered a hornworm, I looked, I'm like, what is that thing? Never knew what it was. And it had all these white things out of its back. I'm like, well, I didn't know what it was, but I knew it wasn't good for my plant. So I pulled it and threw it, and then went into one of my gardening groups and asked, hey, does anybody know what this green worm is with the white things? And they all said, oh, you should have just left it. Those are wasp eggs. And when they hatch, they will literally turn and completely kill and eat that hornworm. That's what I found out. So the next time you come across one, and if it has all those white things on it, don't worry about it. The thing will be dead soup. I know, right? They're just, guys, you got to go watch that video of Adrian's over at Indiana Backyard Gardener. I'm not kidding you. It was terrible. Okay. So, but I feel your pain with your garden and things eating it, because that's all that's happened to mine. Heather says she has lots of zucchini, pumpkins, and pickles coming in. Yay, good for you. So I had bought 2 pepper plants that were dying, or pumpkin plants that were dying at a local nursery. And I came home and, watered it, let it just kind of sit, and then transferred it out to my garden. Well, the one that was really nice and long didn't make it, but it was growing new leaves. And the other one was like barely hanging on. Well, I went out the other day to water, and I was like, holy moly, this thing has grown. So my pumpkin plants we'll see what happens. They're growing. I finally have yellow flowers on my cucumbers. We'll see if I have 1 cucumber plant. Can a cucumber plant grow without a second cucumber plant? That's a good question. I don't know, but it's doing really nice, and it's growing. My zucchini plants, guys, I have had to replant cucumbers 4 times. I've had to replant zucchini plants 3 times. I replanted my green beans, and Tina's not going to be planting green beans because something keeps coming in and eating the seeds. So I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. My tomatoes, I will never grow, the Roma tomatoes. I'm going back to my old round, beefy tomatoes. These are lessons that I've been learning in my gardening. I listen to people. I listen to the advice they give. I try it out and experiment. But what I'm noticing is that what I did on my own, okay, this may sound funny. What I used to do on my own before I had all the knowledge that I have now of gardening, I did better not knowing everything versus what I did. I also believe this year, some of the soil and stuff that I added into my garden wasn't the best grade that it used to be. Even with my green stock, I bought Miracle Grow garden soil. Always never have ever had a problem with it. This stuff was so woody. I mean, it's fine, but I was really bothered by the look of the soil. And I think there's such a high demand now since the Rona, that they're trying to mass produce and too much stuff, and the quality of it isn't what it used to be. Yeah. So I think I'm just going to really keep it simple from now on, go back to what I know. I learned, maybe later on I'll try it again, but right now I don't think so. Let me see. I agree. Oh, Susan, that's awesome. I've been waiting. Oh, that's awesome. Tell us, treasures. Yeah, I do too, Heather. And that's what I'm thinking. So I did, because my tomatoes had blossom end rot, and I know it needed calcium. Jan at Simply Jan's Homestead even told me that. And I'm like, yeah, my soil probably needs something. And because I planted in mushroom soil. So this is the first time I've ever used mushroom soil. Some things are thriving in it. Some things are not thriving in it, which is okay. What is thriving in it? My kale, the lettuce I did, the spinach. And those are things I think I'm going to go plant, like lettuce and spinach. I want to plant some more of that. That thrived in it. My tomato plants, not too much. Not too much. And then, it's really taken over? Guys, you were right. A loofah plant. My goodness, does that vine go on and on and on and on? Right, exactly. And that's the key. Like, find out what works. So I'm going to go back doing what I was doing, keeping it simple and going back to making my own soil. I'll be honest, when I made my own soil with just a topsoil, I did topsoil, I did peat moss, I did worm castings, and I never used coco coir because I know Adrienne told me that's how she does hers. I never used that, but I would add it in. But when I did my own soil, I'll be honest with you, I had a better looking garden. I have great looking pepper plants. My pepper plants are beautiful. I'm not gonna complain about that. I'm just disappointed in the tomato plants because I was hoping I planted 15 tomato plants, some cherry tomato, but the Roma tomatoes, the hardier, thicker tomatoes, I use for salsa, and they're just not there. So, and the green beans that I planted, I was hoping to preserve some. I think I got 2 meals out of it. The pinot beans and the kidney beans I planted, something came and ate everything. So till next year, I'm not going to replant because I'd have to order more And that's just money I'm not going to spend right now. It's not, I don't think that it's too late. I think I could still get them in the ground because our first frost is not until October something. So yeah, it's true. Guys, listen to this. And the compost that I do buy, I buy a leaf compost at my local nursery here, and it's some of the best compost around, and I don't ever have problems. But I think this year I'm going to really amend my soil again. And I think that this time, I think I'm going to add, Adrian, have you ever done black cow? I think it does need a little pick me up. I'm going to order a soil tester kit. I know Adrian gets free compost. Mine is too at my local dump, to be honest with you. So, but you just don't know what's in it, right? Yeah, I'm gonna try just a little bit. I really think that some of my raised beds that are older that I've had probably needs a really good amending this year on top of it. And I did do a little bit like over the fall. What I'll do to amend it is throw in some granulated fertilizer in there and keep it covered. I will tell you this year. Tell me why, Heather. Tell me why. I want to, because I've heard great things, and so I need to know why. Does it do something bad? Is it not what it used to be? Or, yeah, I'm going to test first to see what I really truly need. I know there's testers you can buy at any store or even on Amazon. Yeah. Well, I meant like test the soil before I add into it. Okay. See, okay, so that's the second person. That makes sense. Thanks, Paula, for being here. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Have a great day. It was good to see you. Be blessed for the rest of your week. Gotcha. Yeah. So I still want to get some other crops in. I'm not done with gardening. You know, I don't feel where I'm exhausted and burnt out, just more defeated with the fact that deer, groundhogs, and that have just come in and, you know, or field mice that have come in and just taken the seeds, you know, every time I plant something or try to plant something. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I do it over like in the fall, I'll amend my soil before my garden gets shut down. That's what I did last year. Yep. So, and I'm even debating, I love to start my seeds, but I'm even debating on starting seeds this next year. But yeah, but isn't that right, Adrian, that I can use my goat manure too? Wouldn't that be really good? Well, hello, Rich Bonaparte. So nice to have you here. So, yeah, Texas heat. That's why you got to move to Virginia. That's why you got to move to Virginia, so we could have one big, huge garden. It's probably Lynn on there under Rich's name, right? I don't know. So, yeah. I knew it would be you, Lynn. I'll call you when I'm done with my live. Yep. Some of my friends in Texas, they will be out here in October. Okay. That's good to know. So, yeah. Lynn, tell us treasures. That's my sister, just so you know. So I'm not defeated. I mean, I'm defeated with that. Like, I just move on. So I'm going to try and get some lettuce in for the fall and spinach, maybe some broccoli. I don't know. So, because Rich and Lynn, my friends from Texas, they will be here. So it will be nice. I can go, hey, Lynn, go pick some lettuce out there for dinner tonight. And she'd be more than happy to go do it. Isn't that right? I haven't started them yet. I should probably start. Are they inside or outside? Oh, they're under grow lights. Mine would probably, where I grow, my sunroom right now, to be honest with you, Adrian, is so hot that I don't know if they would last out there. Yeah, where I grow is too hot. So the only thing that I could do is maybe put my shade cloth over somewhere and plant some of the seeds, and then just keep it really cool and bring down the temp of the soil before I plant out there. Yep. Yep. So see what Lynn said? See, she wants to go out. Whenever she comes to visit, she's one of the most helpful people here, between doing dishes and stuff like that. We work well together. But she always brings her boots because she wants to get into the garden. So this year, when she's out here in October, hopefully I can put her out to the garden so she can go do some harvesting and just enjoy that, because I know she loves to do stuff like that. I gotta see. I have some seeds. I just don't know. I know I can do the paper towel method because it works and I've done it before, but yeah. I've never done broccoli, Rob. And here's the thing. I don't know where you live in Indiana, but for me, I'll be honest, I can go into Pennsylvania and pick up big, huge heads of broccoli and that for $1.50 versus growing it out there. Yeah. Do you have those? I don't have those seeds. I'd probably go check and order them somewhere, but I don't have them right now. And I can still plant. I still have plenty of time to plant for fall. But if my pumpkins continue to do well, Lynn will be able to harvest some of those pumpkins when she's here. And when are loofahs normally ready? Who's grown loofahs, and when are they normally ready? And should I start seeing any type of a plant? I keep seeing a vine, and a vine grow. But what does it get flowers? Does anybody know? Let me see. I guess I should have get some cattle panel or something big, one huge arch out there, right? To let these loofahs grow. I mean, it really is taking my whole entire fence. It's so funny. I knew they got big, but I didn't know like how big. I'm glad the only one plant took, to be honest with you. I was just trying. So they do have a yellow flower on it that will come out eventually. Okay, that's good to know. I'll try and get some. Where did you get yours at, Adrian, if you could tell me? Well, I am so glad that I asked that question. Yes, what, Heather? I'm sorry. You saved your seeds? Yeah. That's awesome. Okay, so there's a loofah. Okay, so it does get the big yellow flowers like a cucumber. It resembles a cucumber plant. No wonder I got so confused when I thought, oh, look at my cucumber plant's doing so well. It doesn't have the yellow flowers on it yet. Do you know when it should? I'm going to have to do some research on that. It seems to me those flowers should be appearing. I just know it takes a while. Okay. I'll keep my eye out on it. So, but anyhow, friends, my time is just about up. We've been on here an hour. Now, before I leave, I have Indiana Backyard Gardener, Blackberry Rock Homestead, P&J Adventure, and Milk and Honey Heritage Farms that needs watch hours. And again, if you wanted to be included in the email list or just want to write it down, either way, an email group is fine with me. There's my email. You can email me there if you want to participate. And then you can just do it, on your own. I gave you four of them on here. And also too, once people get like monetized, don't forget that Bella Whisper Farm, you want to do that? Do you have my email? I'll put you on there on the list. That's Kristen. I forgot what I was saying. Hey, Karen, thank you for being here. We really appreciate you. Bella, I'm writing down. If you haven't checked out Bella's channel, please do. I met her over on Tuber Chat. We exchanged playlists too, and yep. There we go. So yeah, email me. And I will also email the people that are on the list if I don't hear from you. And I have your email just saying, hey, this is what I'm doing. And then maybe we can just rotate each week, a different channel, right? And then clear like the history of it out. I know it's important, as Heather said too. I know that that's what I was saying, Heather. Thank you for reminding me, but let me finish my thought first. Sometimes, it's great we all support each other, but we do need to get to a broader audience too. That's why we ask to share out the lives when we're doing our lives, to share them out, because it does reach a lot more people. There was one Thursday, Gail and I were doing a live together, and we giggled so hard afterwards. We just like, where did all these people come from? And they were new people, and we both gained new friends and new subscribers, and it just helps everybody out. So that's one of the reasons why we ask you to share it out and comment during the chat. The more engagement that you do, the better it is for my channel and whoever you're watching. And then Heather made a really great comment too, is also those channels, like, let me take Susan, the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch. Okay. She's here in this chat. She is monetized. Yes. But the thing is, guys, you have to keep up your watch hours. And if you start falling below, then you can lose your monetization. And that happens that happens a lot, if you're not returning, or even just go put it on your watch later list. And there's a lot of times, like I have so many on my watch list. I will run my TV. I'll run my laptop. I have so much to get caught up on because I was out all last week and then I wasn't feeling well. So I have a lot to catch up on. I caught up on a couple of videos today, but certainly my work is not done yet on that. Also, guys, if you have any collaborations, so let me tell you who's doing a collaboration. Our good friend Lisa over at Yogi Hollow Farm. She just announced that she is doing a collaboration, and I just love what she's doing because it's one of my goals too. So I'm going to help her out, and I'm going to be in this collaboration because you don't know who you're going to meet. Go watch her recent video. She does talk about it, and I'll give you the gist of it. It's about preserving The goal is for her is that they are trying to preserve and freeze drive, however you preserve vegetables for the whole entire year, so you don't have to go to the grocery store to preserve or to purchase those vegetables. And you can use any means that you need, because like me, I don't have, my garden got eaten up this year by the deer, my green beans and my other beans. So I have preserving fresh. Thank you. Yeah. I have resources that I know up in Pennsylvania where I can go get green beans and I can go get my corn and I can go get those things. And a lot of it is what we would eat through a year and preserve them. I don't like canned green beans. I don't like canned carrots. The texture and the taste is, ugh. Anyhow. So yeah. So there's a great one there. And then Tammy, so there's one. Go check out Lisa over at Yogi Hollow Farm. It's an open collaboration. Anybody can be a part of it. And you can email her and she will give you further instructions if you choose to participate in that. I have not heard of Urban Gardener, Rob. I'm sorry. Thank you. Heather. Whoops. Wrong. I don't want that. Get that off of there. Heather, where are you? Oh, Heather, where'd you go? Where'd you come? Oh, here it is. Yeah. So she makes a really good point too. If you're on a collaboration, share to others in the collaboration and their opinions too. It always is really helpful. Sharing is a real key thing to growing and getting a wider audience to your channel. I have learned a lot from various people that I have met here on YouTube. And I've done a lot of studying on my own, and I've watched a lot of tutorials from like vidIQ and stuff like that. And I've learned a lot, and I am following their method, and right now it is working for me. So I'm very, very thankful for that. So yeah. No, I don't know who that is. I'll be honest with you, during the daytime, like I try to get all my stuff done on YouTube during the day or in the morning. So in my afternoon, because I do work here with a student. And then after that, guys, my afternoon is my own. Like if I want to go out to the pool, that's what I want to go do. You know what I mean? If I have to go and vacuum the house, then I'm going to go do that. So yeah. But anyhow, yeah, I forget. Susan over at the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch, she has a great thing of collaborations going on. If you were in her live, she had them all scrolling down. I still am doing mine called Grow It, Cook It. Show me what you're growing in your garden, make a video, tag me. If you've done that, I have not seen a tag, so make sure you tag me or let me know so I can add you to the playlist. Also, there is the Fanny Farmer cooking collaboration. You can go find that over on Susan the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch channel. She's also doing and has been all year, freezer clean out, freezer clean out 2024. She's doing cleaning hacks 2024. So the Scarecrow, thank you, Heather. She's doing the Scarecrow collaboration. So if any of those interest you, just go over and check out, or even, email Susan at the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch. Thank you. I don't have it written down. Yes, that's another important one to do as well. Thank you. Gail over at Broken Hearts Ministry, she is doing cards for the homeless. And she did do a video on this, and I was talking to her the other day about it. And if you want to just like send some cards, it's just a cards of encouragement that she can hand out to the homeless in her area that she ministers to. It can be a scripture card. She did a video of it. Simply Jan Homestead had sent her some cards. It was really sweet. So if you want to get involved with that, that would be a great thing. Thank you. Also, Heather is doing the hot and cold drinks over at Milk and Honey Heritage Farms. Cleaning Hacks 2024. And if I'm not mistaken, isn't Tammy doing a salad one? You and Heather, is it you and Tammy doing one? There's so many of them, guys, that if you want to help grow your channel, it's a really great way to be noticed from other people. And sometimes, trust me, it is really overwhelming. I cannot keep up with all the collaborations. I can do the best. It was so funny. I had told Adrian, I had told Tammy, I said, because I'd done it, I did a salad dressing one for Heather, but I had all this beautiful kale and I went out to go harvest it and it was all gone. The deer got it. I was so mad, but it's coming back. So when that comes back enough for me to make a small salad for myself, nobody else will eat the kale here. I'm going to make that. I don't know what budget preppers, I don't know that one. So we can list 25 right now, but I don't want to overwhelm you. So I think that's enough. Yeah. Well, not so much here. I like it. It's fine. I did dehydrate some kale this year. So I have that. I'll add it in soups and sauces. Nobody's going to know. Oh no, Heather. I know those dang deer. Well, I feel bad for you because they took my sunflowers that I had entered. So guess who's not getting $100 here for the sunflower, the mammoth sunflower? And anyhow, I don't think I would want to keep it. I'd just like Joe to keep it. It's too overwhelming. So pick and choose what one you feel that you can do. A lot of these run to the end of the year. I know Susan at the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch, her cleaning hacks, her declutter, all that goes through the whole year. Her scarecrow, I think, ends in September. So, yeah. So I'm going to come up with that, Bella. She was asking me a question. How does the email thing work? Well, if I get the people who want to be added to the list to help watch hours, I will just kind of like pull names and then pair those two channels up each week. And then that's the channel that you will watch that week. So you don't feel like you have to do it in one day. You can spread it out across, for the whole entire week, and it will just be on a rotation like that. I think that's the best way to do it and what is fair. So if for some reason you get the same channel, which I would try, hopefully you wouldn't, but if for some reason you do, then just, let me know and then we'll pair you up with somebody else. I think that's the way it will work. And I just, and that's for the watch hours. And again, and even those who need to continue to watch on watch hours is fine too. So, okay, friends, I think we're good. Hey, our treasured home, welcome in. We were getting ready to say goodbye. We were talking about all these collaborations, and I don't want to overwhelm people that are new here. So there's a couple of them that I've written down. Oh, and then Gail over at Gail Southern Living, she's going to be doing, and I don't know how this works, but I think she's going to have a video out on Friday. She's going to do a live, I think, on Friday about her Fall Fest that's coming up. And that's a big thing too. So, okay. So she has one now. I think that's tomorrow. I think she's doing a live. I don't remember, but yeah, maybe. So yeah. So anyhow, you might want to tune in. She's going to be talking about the Fall Fest. So anyhow, on that note, everybody, thank you for joining me. It's weird being up here by yourself. I hear too much of myself talking. So I'll have to get some guests up here again and maybe get Gail back up and see if she wants to do a live with me again. So on that note, Be blessed, stay cool, check the animals, check on the elderly, stay hydrated, and be blessed. Until next time, friends. Bye.